Welcome back to Set Streets and Eats, guys. I'm Chris Bauer. I am standing in front of a building I've been wanting to visit for a very long time. You guys are all familiar with Sally Dark Rides. Used to be Sally Corporation or Sally Corp. Daniel and the Dixie Diggers always springs to mind when I think of Sally Corp. They're an animatronic band, and they've built many others and many dark rides that are set up around the world. So we're going to go in and learn about Sally Corp's history from their first bot named Sally all the way through now. I'm really excited to visit here. I'm getting a private tour. I don't know how much of it I'm going to be able to show, but I'm going to show some of it and then we'll talk about it after. And I'm really excited to get in there and take you guys along with me. Let's go visit Sally Dark Rides.
Our talented staff of dream makers are ready to bring your ideas to life. Big or small, we can make your dreams a reality. We specialize in character building. Let us add some of our pizzazz to your business.
Greetings, my friends. Do you come here seeking magic? Well, you have come to the right place. First, an introduction. I am Juan Dojo, the Earth Wizard, and together with many artisans, craftsmen, and storytellers, for over 40 years, our Sally Dark Ride team has excelled in creating wonderful dark ride attractions and lifelike robots. Just like me. Yes, we amaze and astound the world. It is all a miraculous blending of art and technology, and the final product is always entertainment. So, I promised you magic, and you will not be disappointed. Welcome to the fantastic realm of Sally Dark Rides, the world's dark ride specialists.
While in college, a Jacksonville, Florida native named John Rob Holland made a simple animatronic head to give a presentation in his communications course. It was a big hit, and after he left college, he wanted to start a company that builds things, animated things, like the kind he had seen at Disney and other amusement parks. So he teamed up with his high school friend John Fox, and they formed Sally Corporation in 1977. The company name came from Holland's college project. He had named the bot Sally. Their first order of business was to develop Sally for retail displays and anything else a client needed her, or any other characters they developed, to present or sell. They also hired a CEO named John Wood, and John Wood is still the president of the company today. Sally Corp built all kinds of attractions, animatronic bands, and characters throughout the 1980s and 90s. And finally in the late 90s, they started focusing on building dark rides. They have created an incredible amount of dark ride attractions over the last 50 years and sold them to amusement parks, museums, and retail stores all over the world. My tour started in the lobby of Sally Dark Rides and was given to me by programming director David Jones, a 37-year employee of Sally Corp. I wasn't able to film everything he showed me, but he was able to let me shoot a few really cool features and I definitely met a lot of the team along the way. After we left the lobby, we started the tour by looking at an animatronic of an old film director that they developed for a movie-themed restaurant in South America. It ended up going bankrupt before it even opened, so the animatronic still sits here today.
So, you have come to find out how Sally makes the magic, oui? You take a big amount of imagination, a ton of experience, and a carload of dedication. Mix it all with several buckets of talent and stir with creativity. Voila! Entertainments, characters, and dark rides that bring fun and information to people all over the world. Just like a movie. While you are here, you will learn many secrets, and you will see many most interesting things. There are even ride games for you to try. You must not be afraid if you hear strange noises or see a ghost here and there. It's all make-believe. Enjoy the magic. À bientôt. See you later. Breaks over, everyone. On the set, please. We have a movie to make.
Next, we went into the sculpting lab, supervised by a longtime employee named Russell Hall.
So we're in the creature shop, we're molding, and this is the clay you guys use. What is that?
This is monster clay, and it comes in soft, medium, and hard.
Okay.
And it's my go-to tool whenever I'm sculpting any kind of quick prototype maquette.
Yeah.
Or as far as bigger versions.
Oh yeah, those are cool. And it hardens real well.
Yeah, when it gets to room temperature in a cool room, it gets pretty hard, so you can tool and scrape it.
Yeah, that is awesome.
You can get even harder versions of it.
Yeah.
It's real easy to.
How many sculpts have you done over the years? Do you keep a count?
Oh man.
I was gonna say it'd have to be. There's no way to tell. Wow, these are really
Hundreds of
awesome.
sculptures, thousands of molds.
Sure.
All the parts that go with it.
Now, do you guys, because you guys mold basically hands, faces, I guess you would do any exposed flesh of the bot or whatever.
Anything that we need to make a part out of that's not the actual part.
Yeah.
These days we're getting into a lot of 3D printing, and
Sure.
so that actually becomes the part. And
Sure.
sometimes I don't even have to mold it. I just have to
No kidding.
clean up the part and we use that.
That's crazy.
But if I start off with a clay sculpture, I'll have to go through the process of making a mold like this. This is halfway through the process here.
Yeah.
And it usually entails, fiberglass,
Right.
urethane plastics and stuff.
That's really cool. That's a cool job, man. I've always been enthralled with the molds and everything and the making for the bots and all that. I just think it's really neat. The design of it is so cool. The maquettes and all that. So thank you for showing me. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thanks.
The black light room. Look at this. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Yeah, show me. This is really cool. Look at this dragon. Scoob 3D. Everybody else is 2D, but it looks awesome from back here. Look at this guy. Does this big fella have a name?
He was formerly a Scooby-Doo ride that was in St. Louis.
Oh,
They
okay.
changed it to a Justice League ride.
Oh, okay.
And one of the nice things about the black light is,
Yeah.
you see all the dimension on this?
Oh,
the
yeah.
dimensional thing? When you look at it under white light, it's just a flat piece of plywood.
You're right.
With our talented artists, they can
Look
give
at
it
that.
true dimension.
That's cool.
One of the other things that we do
Yeah.
is you have a pretty hill.
Beautiful little tree.
White light, and you have
Ooh.
paint.
Skeleton Mountain.
Another trick that we have.
Look at this face on the tree. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. Little ghost. Reese's dude. Got trees, scary trees from Scooby-Doo. That's cool, man.
Busy! it would be amazing, man.
This place, brother, this place.
Right on, 2K. This place is hot, hot, hot.
And I'm knowing there'll be no place like this for 100 miles.
And no other singing parts like a raga and this sunshine band.
So let's celebrate.
Celebrate! Celebrate!
How do we celebrate?
Jump up and wave!
A real welcome to every man and woman. And you party bird, luck wishes. Take it, Mr. Outrageous.
Let's on. Hands up, everybody.
Jump and wave, jump up and wave, jump and wave.
Get on in the party.
Jump and wave, jump up and wave, jump and wave.
When it comes to the lips, you have to let go.
Like something, anything, anything.
It's time to learn. It's time to wave again. Take on to your tail. Take on to your tail. It's
Jump and wave, jump up and wave, jump and wave. Jump and wave, jump up and wave, jump and wave.
Now, Rick, how long have you been with Sally?
37 years.
Wow. So you were early on. Wow.
Yes.
That is crazy. So now, what is some of the I know dark rides that you do art for and design, but what do you have like a favorite that you worked on that was like by far your favorite one?
There's been so many attractions through the years.
Yeah, I've been to the library. I'm very impressed with all the things you guys have done.
I love the travel part more than anything.
Sure,
You know,
yeah.
Spending 2 months in Tokyo.
Oh, man.
And going to Bali for a month after that on vacation was really
Come
nice.
on.
Thailand, Korea, China.
That's
Asia.
really cool.
I've traveled the globe so many times, and it's been such a great ride.
That's a really good feat. I didn't even think about that part of it
That's the
because you
best
guys have
part
to
of
go
this
out
ride.
and
Best part of
install
this
it.
job, man.
Oh, it would be. And then
Yeah.
you actually get a good amount of time in that place that you're at.
Yes.
Which allows you to really sample the culture. And
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah.
You're right. That would be the best part.
Yeah, we were in Turkey just a few months ago.
Really?
Sweden multiple times not too long ago. Just we're always.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys travel as a team or is it just by who needs to be there?
There's normally 3 or 4 of us go at a time. Sometimes more. Like
Sure.
We're doing a huge ride in South Korea right now, and there's a big team that's just going periodically.
Oh, sure. I would imagine. I mean, it's a ride that size is going to need a lot of it.
Yeah, man.
Well, that's awesome. Congratulations on the career. Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you very much.
So as you get a bit from the controller or the switch, it turns the valve on and puts the air to the cylinder.
Right to the cylinder.
On and off, so it goes different directions.
look
and
at
has
that.
You get motions.
I love transparent animatronics.
Yeah, this is all
That's
for
cool.
the kids. And he can sing.
That's cool. Now, is this, I assume, one of the original signs that used to hang either at a celebration station
Rescue
or...
from the Mark Twain's Riverboat Playhouse.
Oh, that's
Yep.
awesome. Look at that. Original Daniel and the Dixie Digger sign, guys. With guest star, Jethro P. Hogg.
And you don't scream. Speaker would be behind me.
Sure, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. A dinosaur? He's in a box. Locked up tight. He can't hurt me. Maybe. Oh, boy. Oh, no. He's growing.
Look at that. That is so cool. I was very happy to get to interview Sally's Vice President of Operations, Todd Gilrup. So Todd, how long have you been with Sally Dark Rides?
Wow, I've been here, it feels like forever, but I've been here for over 35 years.
Wow, that's pretty good. Now, what
That's
did you
good.
do
So-
before Sally Dark Rides? What got you interested in this industry?
Well, growing up as a kid, I
Yeah.
was always in love with Jim Henson and George Lucas.
Yep.
I was bound to get into special effects. That was my
Sure.
thought in life. I went away to the Art Institute of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Right, and I got an industrial design degree, technology, learned majoring in special effects.
Yeah.
And then I left there, came back home. I knew Sally was always here in Jacksonville,
Right.
and wanted to get. I had toured this place back in. I was in 10th grade in high school.
kidding.
My dad had knew the president at the time of the
Yeah.
company, and we got a tour. And so I went away, finished high school, went to
Yeah.
college, and always thought, what a cool job to come back
Sure.
and work on animatronics. Right, it's close enough to the special effects industry. I applied right after college, and lo and behold, I got a job within a couple of months.
Wow.
They hired me pretty quick off my portfolio.
Sure.
And I've been here ever since.
Yeah.
And
And
just
yet,
worked my
I would
way up.
assume that portfolio would have been like just sketches of different characters and different sets or pieces. Or
Well, no, what we
mechanics.
actually made special effects stuff. I had
Yeah.
appliances.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Worked with Tom Savini, was
Oh, wow.
kind of overseeing that
Yeah.
program at the time.
What a legend.
Now this is before he had his own. He has his own school
Sure he
now,
does,
right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
before that, he was working with. He had teamed up with the Art Institute of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Which is one of the reasons why I went there.
Which makes sense. That's where they filmed a lot of those early ones.
And that's
I
where
know
he
the
is. He's,
Romero films were
he's
filmed
up there. I think he lives up
Yeah,
there,
he
doesn't he? He's
probably
up in
does.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
So we did appliances were my portfolio. We
Yeah.
had stop motion. We made armatures for some
cool.
stop motion
Sure.
puppets. I had a T-Rex dinosaur that a puppet
Yeah.
that also had like little bladders in it for blowing up the skin and whatnot. Breathing out.
Yeah.
So I had all that in my portfolio, and at the time, we're talking early '92.
Sure.
People in Jacksonville weren't showing up with portfolios that had these kind of pieces, art pieces.
I would imagine
right?
not, yeah.
So that's why it was the art director at the time
Yeah.
here at Sally said, "Yeah, I'll hire you. I don't really have anything for you to do, but we
Right.
want your skill
We wanna
set here."
secure you, yes.
Yeah. So that's where I got started in the art department. Started painting eyes and
Yeah.
doing painting the skins. Worked on a lot of Daniel Dixie Diggers.
Oh, sure.
I don't know if you know
I
those
absolutely
guys.
do. I've been
Okay.
to Huckleberry Junction many times.
Okay.
and,
Well, so my first jobs here
Yeah.
were painting the Daniel
Yeah.
Scratchmo.
Sure.
Who else are in the band?
The,
Bubba and the Badlands Band. We did.
Oh, yeah.
I made
Yep, that's
all
right.
those
Jethro
different
Hogs.
Jethros. I did a lot of Jethros. That's how I got started.
Yeah.
Painting their eyes,
That is
doing
really
a lot
cool.
of that stuff. So that was where I got started.
Sure. Were you guys doing mostly characters and bands, or had you already gotten into some major dark ride innovations
No,
by
there-
then?
we had not
Okay,
done
it
dark
still
rides.
was yet to come.
So
Okay.
dark rides came later.
Yeah.
Mid '90s.
Okay.
And I worked on those.
Sure.
We hand painted the very Pistolero Roundup was our
No
first dark ride,
kidding.
and I hand painted with the art director who created
Yeah.
that show. By hand, we used one-shot paint, and we painted all the characters, every one. They were flats. It was a
Sure.
budget dark ride. That was the idea, is that it was
Sure.
a pop-up storybook type thing. But
And was it a water or just a little track?
no, it was a track.
Oh, it was
a
a track,
track
okay.
two-seater.
Yeah.
And interactive, right? And that's what got us started. And
Sure.
but all the characters, and then later on, we got smart and started digitally printing those
I would
pieces
imagine.
on, so that we didn't have to do. But hand
hand
painted
painted
all
one.
of them. But they look great. I think
Oh,
there's still a
that-
couple here
yeah.
left over from one of the
That's really
shows.
cool. Can you think of any shows that you've had that were a favorite, that have become also a fan favorite?
Well, my favorite, and
Yeah.
see, being a being Jim Henson fan, Die Hard, if you will,
Yeah.
Dark Crystal Labyrinth are those are my movies. You see, there's Dark Crystal.
Got
over
that
there.
Dark Crystal pose? Absolutely.
And so, working with, we did the Sesame Street.
Sure.
job, dark ride, in Spain.
I can't believe there's not one of those in the States.
Well, I wish there was. We would love to. We would love to have one.
That looks amazing.
But the experience of working with, we worked with Jim Henson Creature Shop in New York to create those puppets for us. So we had to create animatronic Bert, Ernie, Big Bird, Grover, right? And they had to be twice the scale.
Sure.
So for the show, they're much smaller for hand puppets, but we wanted to do them twice, 2 times.
Can I ask a question about that? Did you guys look at designing those animatronics as an animatronic covered in felt, or is it the animatronic pieces were the hand controlling it like originals? Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
We did the motions would be slightly different, wouldn't they?
They would be, but what we tried to do, we tried to mimic the hand, like if the hand was in it. Yeah. So when you puppeteer, you're not just doing a bottom jaw, right? It's this motion, right? You've got to get both going, both pallets moving out. So we mechanized. We made our mech to do that with their mouths, right?
I like that.
It created because it's much bigger. They're much bigger now. They're not. It wouldn't be believable that there's a person's hand in there. But we wanted to create the same magic as if it was a puppet.
Because it is magical.
It is magical.
Yeah, we all grew up on it.
And what the hand can do with puppets and the way they deform and distort the face, like Kermit and everything.
Oh, Kermit's got a ton of them. Oh.
Right. And you're using the hand to create all those different shapes and whatnot. So we did go after that. But we were going to build those in-house, and we realized that we're not really puppet makers necessarily. We could have probably done it, but to do it correctly and get it approved through the Sesame Street Workshop, we said let's reach out and see if we can get some help. And so when we called Jim Henson, we didn't know if they were going to be receptive to it, but they said, we got some time. We'd be interested in learning more about the project.
Sure.
So we sent it to them, and they had the patterns, right? Obviously. So all they had, it was easier for them to take the patterns, scale them up to twice as big, and then create the same form. They have the same felts. Cool. They dye all their own felts and all that stuff. So it worked. Yeah. And so to me, that was my favorite because it was the closest thing to Jim.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And it's like one of my idols. So
100%.
I said, okay.
I had asked some of the other guys this, but have you ever seen, or I know you guys don't have one of the original Sally bots. But do you guys? I know you have the Sally. I think there was the piano player that got turned into the
DJ. We have DJ Sally. Yes, we have her here still.
Okay, but you don't still have one of the original. I think it was 7 that you guys built originally.
Yeah, that. Sally. Believe it or not, I didn't think there was anything before my time, but that was before my time.
Oh yeah, it would be. Yeah,
right. So we don't have one of those around here.
It'd be such a piece.
The only thing I've actually seen really are the flyers on it.
I've seen the flyer.
You've seen the flyer.
I've seen pictures. I haven't held one. I've seen pictures.
We've got a flyer around here of it, but that's about all I know of it.
Crazy. It'd be so awesome to find one of those, but having only built 7 of them, I think it was 7 that they had originally built. It's probably impossible.
It'd be interesting if one of those ever showed up on YouTube one day, right? How many Sally bots do you come across? That's what interests me.
A pretty good amount.
Really?
Yeah, because private collectors love them. Because you guys make so much, there's a lot more out there in the private market once they're retired or torn out or whatever.
Right.
So I've interacted with a whole lot, especially in private collections.
Wow, so, that's amazing. So a lot of those guys. Stuff I art finished.
Oh yeah,
these collectors have
100%,
which is pretty cool.
And they'll do new clothes on them. They'll refurbish anything they can. I know one of my buddies in New England just got a Daniel head refurbished by you guys.
Yes, we do. I was going to say we've noticed an uptick in requests.
And that's a private collection.
Yeah, an uptick in requests for parts for these guys, which is interesting for us
because those celebration stations had all those in there, and then they all got rid of them, and now they've been keeping them as statues for a long time, but now they're starting to sell them and or get rid of them, and the collectors are getting them, and these collectors are all under 20.
Wow,
it's incredible.
That's cool though. That's great. I love to hear that because I thought that this was a dying art.
So did Chuck E. Cheese. That's
why they tore it all out. And man, I'm just so glad to see this.
The young generation have taken to animatronics like just gangbusters. They can't get enough of it, and it's really cool. So the fandom is made up of people, in their 40s or under 20, and it's really amazing.
That's good. Yeah, I love to hear that, and I love seeing on your channel. I watch your channel because I love seeing the Rock of Fire guys. That was what inspired me to get into this business, right? In the
Showbiz.
80s.
That was what we had access to.
Oh man, and Chuck E. Cheese. I love those bands. I
they're my
love
favorite.
those robots.
Yes.
You know, and so
Yeah.
just know that as a
Yeah.
guy that builds them for his whole life,
Yes.
I was those characters
Yeah.
are what I would love to have a Billy Bob in my
Oh my
private,
God, can you
private
imagine?
collection.
I would
you know,
kill to.
You know, I know all these pop-up barcades.
Sure.
Everything's really popular. The
It
other thing
is.
the other community I follow is the home arcade.
Oh, of course.
So I'm into because again, Chuck E.
Yeah.
Cheese, Showbiz. I learned
That's
about arcade. The
Yeah.
arcade. I'm a big gamer too. So
Love it.
so I've got an original Dragon's Lair,
Oh,
Space
nice.
Ace, and Dragon's Lair 2.
Dude.
Original
that's
cabinets.
great. Were those the laser disc ones?
Those are the laser disc
Oh, my
ones. Got the
God.
players, got the disc.
That was
right?
such a great game.
And I love. Well, I'm a big Don Bluth fan.
Oh,
so,
dude, yeah, Don Bluth.
Yeah, I mean, come on, we're all.
Come on.
This is
That's
all
80s stuff.
related.
It's all
It's
retro,
all related.
yeah.
So I like.
Yeah.
I do some dabble in the home arcade,
Of
and
course.
you know, seeing some of those videos of Chuck's arcade is good. But they're again these modern arcades
Yes.
where they're showing us the games we played in the '80s, but they're all on LCD screens, and
it's not the same experience.
I'm like, these aren't. I've got the real CRTs, and you got to have the original.
You gotta have a little
original
legend there, put my
hardware.
quarter on,
I got
next.
dude. I've got quarters on my Dragon's Lair
that's
machine.
awesome.
When
I
people
love
come
that,
over,
dude.
they're just there. They're lined up. I
They're
got
ready.
next, and
I
you
got
can
next game.
and you can drop it. You can drop a quarter, and that's
so
the
much
part.
time there.
That's and that's what it's
Every
about,
arcade,
right?
man. It is. That's
and that's
what
why
it is about.
getting a Chucky or a Billy
Yeah.
Bob one day to sit next to my Dragon's Lair,
100%.
that would work in my house. I'm just saying.
After I interviewed Todd, he asked if I wanted to see the Museum of Molds. I said, oh yes. Check this out. We already got look at these molds. You got the crocodile up there, alligator.
here's our T-Rex.
Look at the T-Rex.
Yeah.
Dude, that's rad.
Well, if you come back this way. Here we go.
Oh man. Look what we got here.
Okay, so here.
Look at this.
This is Scratch Mo's mold.
Yep, it sure is.
Yep,
You can see
and
them.
This is, you probably know better than I do.
Oh.
Is that Daniel? No, that's not Daniel.
Daniel's got the longer. Yeah, it might be because Daniel's got that long nose.
I think this is Colonel Bo.
Oh, it
right?
sure is.
That's
Yeah.
Bo.
He's got that flatter face. That might be
these
Daniel because
are-
it's got a long nose in there.
These were probably some of the old skulls that we would vacuum form, right, to get their forms.
Oh yeah, those clear forms, right? Is that what goes over
that's
the
right.
piece?
So let's see. Oh, this is interesting. This is Daniel's hat.
Oh my God! Look at that.
We would vacuum form over this.
The old straw hat.
The old
fold.
straw hat.
That
right,
is
and when
so cool.
and it's falling apart.
Of course it is. It's old.
And when the plastic would come out, we would just cut the brim, right? So then you'd end up.
And
with
then you'd have the full hat.
Right.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, you got scratch. Who's this?
Let's see. Look at these old things. Whoa.
Oh, is that
Oh man, I can't. It's hard to tell when it's backwards.
It is. I think that's
You can tell certain ones, but I can't
Bubba?
tell that one. Oh yeah, you're probably right
I think
about
that's
that.
Bubba.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Bubba Bear. It says on
Look
the
at
side.
that Bubba Bear, and you probably got the whole band back
Yeah,
there.
they're all
Look at that, dude. That is
so
awesome.
what we would do is we would put pipe,
Yeah.
threaded pipe in here. We set these up on. It's very crude.
Sure,
We'd
yeah,
lay these down.
sure.
We'd fill them full of latex.
Wow.
In the olden days here, and we'd let them sit for 2 or 3 hours,
Yeah.
and then we would rotate them because they're so heavy. We'd pour out the latex, which is why this is all latex
And keep
here.
it.
And let it
what,
dry
quarter
out.
inch is what you're kind of wanting.
Right, and now that these are so old, we have to keep the latex in much longer than
Oh,
a couple
I'll bet.
hours because just the plaster's just.
Wow.
I'm surprised it still works. after
Now,
all
do
these
you
years.
guys make backup molds after something's been around for a little bit?
We have, but
Okay,
we don't have.
but it's not like a
of this
prerequisite.
Stuff. This
Okay.
stuff is not. We
Yeah,
have
because
not
you
backed
don't
this
really
stuff,
sell
right.
this
We
stuff
really-
much anymore.
Well, except for the fans.
Well,
That's about-
exactly. Yeah.
That's about it, right?
Then there's just a giant cobra, as there would be
Yeah.
on any aisle anywhere.
There's a talking tree. All kinds of stuff.
Dude, what a cool little walk back in history, right here in your warehouse. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So you got some suit of armor. I think this was for a Scooby Doo.
Sure.
Ride.
Wow.
Here's some body plastics of this
That
is probably
is
a
awesome.
Sally here. Oh, this is a Mullen.
Mullen.
character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. They got a bunch behind you too.
There's a This is for a suit of armor.
Look at that.
I think Shaggy was in this. And it
there you go. And it lifts up and it has his
Shaggy's
face.
face was in it.
Now, who's this animatronic behind you? He looks like a big fella.
This is a guy. His name was Federale. He
Okay.
was this might be a Captain Plunder. It was from a Den of Lost Thieves or Pistolero.
Really?
Yeah. He looks like Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, he sure does.
Doesn't he?
Wow, look
But
at that. He's a good size animatronic too.
Yeah, he
He's
was a
like
greeter.
7 foot tall.
Yeah. Actually, he's holding a fuse here. He had a fiber optic fuse right
Yeah.
there. And he was lighting dynamite or something to blow you up. It was
That's
like
awesome.
a finale scene in the ride.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for showing me that, dude. That's incredible. They're gonna love that. So I just got out of my tour, just leaving Jacksonville. Thought I'd just talk to you guys while I drive. That was awesome. Ended up spending about 3 hours there. Only able to film a little bit of it, but it was so cool. Sally Incorporated, as it was known for most of its life, and it's now officially Sally Dark Ride. What a company. They have created some really, really great rides over the years, and animatronic bands, and just have done a ton of different lifelike animatronic work and one-off animatronic pieces. I've been seeing their work, as many of you have, for many years, in the things that they've done professionally and in private collections. Yeah, it was really awesome. I had a great tour guide. I had a great tour guide named David Jones who took me through everything, and I wasn't able to film anything in it, but he showed me their library, everything they've ever built. All the schematics and notes and designs are all in their own binders. And they put each one in this library, going all the way back to 1977. And it's huge. It's like, it really puts in perspective how many things they've built in the last 48 years. It's pretty incredible. So, yeah, I definitely enjoyed that tour. Got to see some cool things. I'll be able to, obviously, you guys got to see, of course, everything that I was able to film. But it was really cool getting to walk through the entire behind the scenes of what they do and get to look at rides that they're working on now for other customers that we will see in the near future from different amusement parks, different restaurants, there's all kinds of things that they're making animatronics for and ride features for and attractions. It's a great company that is constantly working on something. And it was really, really cool to see the creation aspect of it. We went through mechanical, we went through, well, I guess we started with design, went through mechanical into the sculpting lab, which you guys saw me talking to Russell there. You know, everything's got a face, everything's got a texture. We went through the painting of the sets and all these different things. They do have a Sally bot they made a little bit later that was part of the early, I think it was 83 or 1984, they did the piano playing Sally. They sold those into restaurants and places that would have an actual, nothing special, but just an animatronic Sally human female, playing, wearing a tuxedo and playing hits of the modern era on the piano. They have one of those left, but they did make it into the next incarnation of that Sally, which was the Sally DJ that they premiered not that long ago. I forget exactly what year it came out, but it was in the 2010s. And she is a DJ now. So they do at least have a small piece of their very early Sally bot history, which I think is very cool. And I got to talk to so many people that work there, and they are animatronic fans. And that was fun. I think, you end up talking to people and you lose track of time because you're finally talking to someone that has that common interest, which, as you guys know, if you have friends or you talk online with them, it's so different from talking to someone in real life about animatronics that they don't have a clue what you're talking about. But when you actually get to talk to someone that knows what you're talking about, and they get to make references, and they're also part of the people that make them, the animatronics, that was special. So they do have public tours for several months out of the year. This wasn't one of their public tours, but they do have those. They're not running them right now, but I believe they start them back in a few weeks. A lot of them are geared toward like school groups or whatever, but they are open to anyone. So I definitely would check their website out, look at the tour schedule if you want to plan a trip. You will not regret it. It's a very, very cool inside look at a attraction company that we don't really have access to much. You know, creative engineering isn't back up and running, and that one costs money. This one's free. This I can't recommend it enough. It's a fantastic tour with a company that has a long history of making the things that we love, and they're a part of innovating the things that we end up loving, which is really important, and their history should be shared and learned about. Before I get out of here, I gotta say thanks to my buddy T for putting me in contact with my friend Jennifer Johnson, who put me in contact with her contact there in Sally. It's all in who you know. But good folks, I've met them in Pineville a year or two ago. And of course, you guys will know T well from Pineville, and also organizer of BillyCon this year. The programming, him and his team came over and did an awesome job this year. Can't wait for next year. Anyway, gotta say thanks to T and Jennifer. Thank you so much for hooking me up, getting me in there. Thanks to my tour guide, David Jones. He was really, really great. Been at the company 37 years. It was awesome tour. Hope you guys were able to experience it, and I hope you guys enjoyed mine. We'll see you in the next video. Bye now.